Let's make this delicious savory breakfast burrito. I'm going to go ahead and start by peeling my potatoes. I use russet potatoes for this recipe, but you can use any potato of your choice. This is just what I had. Once they are nice and peeled, I'll go ahead and slice them up. And then I'll go ahead and cut them in fours. You can cut them however you like. This is just the easiest method for me. Once your potatoes are nice and chopped up, then I'll go ahead and wash them and rinse them under cold water until the water runs clear. And I'll place a paper towel just to absorb the extra water. Once that is done, I'll go ahead and season them with a healthy amount of black pepper. Then we'll go ahead and add some pink Himalayan salt. And then I'll go ahead and coat them with some avocado oil. And then mix them up so everything can be combined. Once you do that, in a pan on medium-high heat, I'll place my potatoes and then allow them to cook until they have developed a nice crust. And it'll look something like this. Give it a nice quick stir. And then you'll place your lid back on and allow them to cook for an additional 15 minutes, so about 30 minutes total. Once they are done cooking, I'll add the rest of my seasonings, and I'll make sure to post them in the caption below. And the reason why I do this is because whenever you are cooking anything, seasonings that do not burn are black pepper and salt. So in order for them not to burn, I'll go ahead and add my seasonings on there later. Some of these seasonings are optional, but I do like to add them for extra flavor. And then you go ahead and mix them up, and they'll look something like this once they are done. Remove them from your pan. And then once you do that, I like to add a little bit of oregano. You don't have to add this, of course, this is totally optional, but I do like to add it for extra flavor. And then I'll go ahead and add some roasted red pepper. And chop that up. It could be a rough chop, it doesn't have to be anything perfect or fancy. Once you have that chopped up, set it to the side. And in the same pan we cooked our potatoes, we're gonna go ahead and cook our breakfast sausage. I use Jimmy Dean. And then once that has developed a nice crust, you just go ahead and flip that over. And then finish cooking off your breakfast sausage. Once that is cooked, we're gonna go ahead and crack 2 eggs. And of course, cannot forget the black pepper. And just a little bit of salt. Not too much because your potatoes already have salt and so does your sausage. Whisk your eggs. And again, in the same pan, we're gonna go ahead and add some butter. And then add our eggs. You can cook your eggs to your liking. I like to cook mine, nice and fluffy until they look something like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and assemble our burrito. We're gonna go ahead and add our egg. And we're gonna go ahead and add our sausage. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our pepper. And then we'll go ahead and add our potatoes. I didn't add all the potato, maybe a little bit less than half of the potatoes that we cooked. And then I added some sharp cheddar cheese. You can add as much cheese as you like, or you can leave the cheese out. It's up to you, but I do like cheese in my burrito. And now we're just gonna go ahead and roll up our burrito. Until it looks something like this. And I did toast my burrito a little bit with some butter on medium-high heat. And then on some parchment paper and aluminum foil, we're gonna roll it up just so it can keep your burrito warm. And there we have it. A delicious, savory breakfast burrito with a little bit of salsa roja for a little bit of spice. I hope you make it and enjoy.